Hey JP, a game like Saturday, after what you guys have been through, what do you think that could do for this team, just to have just a good outcome and a lot of positive plays?
Well, I think the guys, they played hard and they were excited about the opportunity to go play. And, we kind of had that mentality that after the bye week, we're going to wipe the slate clean a little bit. And it just looked like they were out there having fun. And, obviously that was a team that we should beat, right? But I think they're having fun going out there competing and playing together. And, I even enjoyed the aspect of when the young guys got in late in the game, like the older guys were really encouraging to those players. So, there's a lot of positive that can be taken away from that game, but, it's just another step, trying to get us to be the best we can be going into this week.
Brendan?
Speaking of guys having fun, the reaction the team had to Willie Suarez, his first play on special teams, and then for him to come up with the second one, the forced fumble.
It was, that was a really special moment, and to me, when you have good special teams, right, like, and it's everywhere I've ever been, you have those glue guys that are really important to the culture, the toughness, the effort that it takes to be successful on it. And you look at like a Donnie Hebert or a AJ Cottrell, those two guys, both guys who walked on the program, but their major contributions come through special teams. And really all they need is an opportunity. And Willie has I would say last 5 or 6 weeks, just done a great job in practice. And, it was a matter of us just trying to find the right opportunity and the right time for him to get on the field. And it was the right time and right opportunity, and he made the most of it. And those are the stories that you love, because you're looking for things that you can build on as we move forward, not just in the next week, but as we enter the 2025 season.
Brendan?
So it'll be the last game for both Ryan and Alex. The growth those guys have had since they first got here, your relationship with them, can you, I guess, reflect on your time with them and their time here?
Well, for both of them, it's a little bit unique from the standpoint that very rarely do you get to coach guys that play for 5 years. And the COVID situation obviously gave us that opportunity to have an extra year. But, their growth, their maturity, their selflessness, both of them came to me throughout the course of the game and wanted their backup to be able to get in the game. That's not something that you see all the time. And, I think they're two of the best in the country, and I hope they are able to get the national recognition that they deserve, because I think they are the best place kicker and the best punter in the country. Sometimes that always doesn't happen for teams that aren't having a lot of success, but I do think both of them have put themselves in a position where their legacy here at Florida State is going to be tremendous, and they're going to have an opportunity to play at the next level.
Corey?
When you look at the Florida offense since the Lagway kid has come in, his numbers aren't incredible. What has he given them? What kind of spark, or what has he added to that offense that's made them seemingly a bit better than it's been?
Sure. Until we started watching the film, I didn't realize really how good that I think he's going to be. He's a really good player. Throws the ball well. Obviously has some mobility in his game. He can run both quarterback design runs, but also get himself out of trouble. In the passing game. I think really in the last couple of weeks they've just done. They've played really good complementary football. They've played good defense. They've played good special teams, and they've done enough on offense. Haven't really turned the ball over a ton, and they're playing well. So it's going to be a challenge for us, but it's one that throughout the records. Our guys are going to be excited for their last opportunity here at home, and we're going to take our best shot.
Ira?
Coach Shannon was talking about their run game and their offensive line, and obviously they got some real physical backs as well. In those situations, do you just put on the film for the players and they understand the challenge, or do you have to tell them, guys, this is a real physical offense?
I think it's both. They see it. We have a lot of veteran players up front on the defensive line, so they know what it looks like when it looks one way or the other. So we did start watching the film yesterday with them, and they saw that they do some really good things up front. We're going to have to do some things to offset their strengths, which is, what we're working on today. And it's going to start with stopping the run. They're a team that's going to run the ball 35 to 40 times in a game. And, that's a high number in modern college football. And we're going to have to do a really good job of stopping the run and forcing them into throw situations on third down. And then on third down, get off the field. That's going to be our key to success. I think our guys understand what that's going to look like.
Aslan?
You asked me about this a few weeks ago, and you talked about when the season isn't going maybe as planned for some individual guys. It's doing the best they can to serve themselves for their future, but also to help the team out. A guy like Pat, I'm sure he had sky-high expectations for his future coming into the season. Where do you think his head's at? How will you and Coach Norvell kind of advise him? And where do you think he's leaning at right now for his future?
Well, I told Pat a couple weeks ago, let's just try to enjoy the most you can these last 3 weeks of the season. And, we'll talk about whatever future decisions you're gonna make starting this Sunday moving forward. I didn't want to cloud his head, any discussions with things that are hypotheticals at this point. I'm sure he is a little bit disappointed in terms of how his last year or this year has played out for him, because he was intending on this being his last year. We'll find out what all that is here in the next week to 10 days. But I know this: he wants to go out and have his very best game this Saturday night, and that's all I want for him too.
Anything else for JP? Okay, thanks guys.